So you're thinking about moving to Pueblo, Colorado? Well, stick around. Today in this video, we're gonna go through a very specific neighborhood, one that gets lots of requests actually every time that I'm out showing properties. So we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna show you the different price points. We may even get to go inside one of the homes to just show you what you get for that price point. And then we might check out another cool part of town. Okay, we're gonna check out another cool part of town. So I can show you, one of the cool things about Pueblo mixed in with this video. So you don't wanna miss it. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that button and let's get started. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know all there is to know about living in Pueblo, Colorado, be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications, and you will be up to date on all the latest market trends here in Pueblo. I'm Krista and I've lived here pretty much my entire life. I also grew up here and I know this place like the back of my hand. So you are in good hands when it comes to having a resource for the scoop. So if you want to reach out, book a time to talk with me, whether you're moving in 10 days, 100 days, or a year from now, I am always happy to chat. So you can book a time to chat with me. My contact information is in that description box below. So be sure to grab it, reach out, and in the meantime, maybe we'll see you around Pueblo. Okay, so first stop, we're gonna be right in front of this home here on 6 Verdosa in El Camino here in Pueblo. And we're gonna go inside really quick. And we actually do get to see this one. So I'm not gonna say much because we're standing in the rain. So we wanna get out of the rain, but you'll get to see it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. You'll get to see kind of what $389,000 looks like here in the El Camino area. This is just one home. Obviously every home is different, but let's take a look inside. All right, so we are here at 6 Verdosa. This house was built in 1974. Now, you're definitely gonna see the fixtures. What I think is so cool is that it was built in 74 and this home has been meticulously maintained because it doesn't look like one thing has been updated since then, but it's very, very clean. So this is gonna be $389,900. It's 1,276 square feet. Sorry, you can hear the clicks of my feet too. We'll just try and make that a little quieter. So 1,276 square feet. That's gonna be about $474 a square foot, $306 for finished square feet. So it does not have a basement, but you'll see it has multiple levels. Even the door handles. Cracks me up, but everything's so clean. So check this out. Love it. It's so cool to see stuff from the 70s, right? Like meticulously maintained. This is what it was like, It's just kind of like stepping into a time capsule. It's pretty cool. So this has a really clean bathroom down here. This may have been updated a little bit, but you got your washer dryer. You have a room down here. So again, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This is kind of what you would be considered a basement, but it's only 2 steps. So it's not like your full-fledged basement. And then it's got this really cool kind of sun area that we're gonna come out into. It's got a fire pit. You could definitely have some storage out here. Check that out. Look at the brick. I guess it's not brick, it's kind of like a rock really. And then you've got all these sunroom doors that probably open up. What a cool space. What a neat space. So again, this is 1974 in El Camino for $389,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. This little thing, I think that leads up to the roof actually. And then you are gonna have a garage as well. So we'll just step outside. I think we got a break. Oh no, it's still raining. Still raining. So we're just gonna step over here, but really large yard. As you can see, this is kind of the back of the house. And then yeah, that goes up to the roof. So you do have a garage. I believe it's 2-car. We were kind of running out of the rain, so we're gonna take a look at that here in a second just to verify. But let's go upstairs. So you're gonna come through here and we're just gonna go upstairs to see this kind of like splits off. And then here's the upstairs. So yeah, pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat to see all of this, and what a good space. You're really gonna have a lot of space here. There's a lot of rooms. 4 bedrooms is not small by any means. This is like a linoleum in here. And then you're gonna have your regular sized closets. They did do lighting. A lot of the older homes in the 70s did not wire in ceiling lighting for whatever reason, but this house does have it. So that's nice too. Got some old cute trade wallpaper in here. More linoleum floors. So I just wanted to give you an idea that this house here, this is what you're gonna look at for $300,000. So let's go check out some of the other price points in El Camino. Okay, so before we go, I just had to verify what the garage was, and we ran into a little bit of a surprise that I think I missed. So check this out. This garage on this home has a full workshop, So I'm gonna turn it around and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the back of the garage. And then you have all this space here. There's like an extra side door, okay? So there's a workbench. This looks like it maybe at one point was some sort of like shuffleboard table or something. Look at this. It is a full shop. It is more than 2 car. You could probably fit several. Depending on the size of your car, you could probably fit several cars in here. So this is kind of an added perk to this house. This is very cool. And it's even got a large heater over here. There's a comfort zone temperature. As you can tell, lots of pegboard for storage, things like that. So, yep, we thought we were getting a 2-car garage and we got more than that, which is pretty neat. Okay, we're in the rain, but we found a dry spot. So we're gonna do this a little bit quicker than usual, but this one is going to be just around the corner, a few blocks up from the last one. This one is 49 Posada. Here in El Camino, it's $465,000. So that's about $100,000 difference in price point. This one was built in 1990. It has 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom. The last one was 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom. This one's gonna be 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom, and your total square footage on this is 3,543. So that's quite a difference. Your price per square foot is gonna be $195.95, and the finished square foot price is $131. So it is a large difference. Something I wanna point out about the homes in here too, and I'm just gonna kind of do a pan, is you'll probably notice power lines. There are no power lines around here in sight. That is something that you always want to take into consideration whenever you are, this one across the street is for sale as well. But whenever you are looking to buy, you want to always take into consideration, are there power lines in the backyard? Because that is something for resale purposes that can not always be the greatest thing. So yeah, this home here behind me, 49 Posada, 465. So this just kind of gives you an idea, and you know, just showing some pictures here too of what it is that you can get for that price point. So let's go check out the next one. Okay, so this is what we get on a rainy day. I'm gonna do car shots. I'm usually standing in front of the property, but I'm just gonna do a car shot here because it's coming down pretty good right now. And the last property, I got lucky and I had a tree that was shielding most of the rain. And so this is real life, you know, we try and be perfect on these channels, but here's the deal, it's real life. So let's check out this home. I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see what $500,000 price point gets you here in El Camino. And we'll also roll just a few images as well, so you can kind of get an idea, since we weren't able to go inside every home today. But you're gonna see a difference definitely in the price points as you inch up towards that $1 million mark. So we're gonna flip the camera and just show you the outside and give you the scoop. All right, so here we are, rain and all. This is gonna be 244 Encino Drive. So this price point is $511,900, 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom. You're looking at $216.36 per square foot. If you're looking at that finished square foot price, you're at $148. This one is a little bit newer, even than the last, especially the first one, but the last two that we saw. So this one is going to be $19.99 is the build year on this. And it has 3,464 square feet. So as you can tell, it is a 3-car garage. And it looks like it has some pretty large rooms. Again, just rolling through some images here since we weren't able to go inside, but you can kind of see the difference on what $511,000. And again, there are no power lines. So something to just be aware of. Another thing I can show you here is the streets here are really well, just clean and wide, right? So this particular street area is going to have an open space that they've talked about zoning for maybe a school, potential more building, and that's going to be off just to the other side of us. If this was a clear day, you would be able to see this is actually the west side of town, and we've talked in previous videos about the west side of town. You're going to have mountain range views, which is kind of hard to find in Pueblo because this side of Pueblo especially is more developed. It's one of the first parts of Pueblo when Pueblo was established, but there are, as you can see, no houses out in this direction, so you would get a really nice view. And it just depends where you're at. This is a very well-established community. There's lots of homes in here ranging, as you've seen, from 1979 all the way through the later 2000s, and they're still developing. So that is going to be a 1999 home, $511,000 here in El Camino. So we're gonna pop over to the next one and just kind of give you an idea on that one as well. Probably gonna have to be some more car shooting because, well, it's kind of pouring outside. So let's go check it out. Okay, so we didn't have to go very far to see this next one. We literally just went maybe 3 houses up the block, took a left, and here we are. But this price point is going to be a little bit different. So the last one was $500,000. This one's gonna be $825,000. So a little different. It is a 3-car garage. I'm gonna flip the camera here in a second. Little fun fact, I actually used to live on the street growing up and absolutely had so much fun in this area. It is really well developed. There's a lot of homes, there's different park areas, and I think everybody I went to high school with grew up back here, so it was like just always a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you this home here. It's $825,000 and it's going to be on 8 Pasadenas. So that's what this looks like. Check it out. All right, we're dealing with rain, so we've got windshield wipers, and I'll drive over to the front of it here so you can see. So this one, again, you're gonna be $825,000. And what's funny about this house, okay, so you have a 3-car garage. Little would you even know from the outside, and my home was like this on this street when I grew up as well. It might even be a very similar floor plan. But another thing I love, by the way, everybody has their own mailboxes. You're not going to have a community mailbox. You have your own mailbox, something I absolutely love about this community. So this one is going to be 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,030 square feet. You probably would never tell that by just looking at the front. This one, price per square foot finished is $205, but your price per square foot in general is $409.43. This was also built in 1999. So yeah, this is going to be one of your larger properties. It doesn't look like it, but I guarantee when you get inside, you're gonna be able to see how big that is. And it's beautiful on the outside. It's got a nice large yard. So 3-car garage. Again, rolling some images here just so you can kind of see the different things that you'll get for this price point. Absolutely beautiful. And the last home that we're getting ready to check out is going to be in that $1 million price range. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, we are at our last house and this is going to be in the $1 million price range. So I'm going to show you, it's actually in a cul-de-sac, which is awesome if you don't love the drive-through streets. It's on a cul-de-sac here. It's towards the back. The park is right across the street. There's a few parks in this community. We did drive by one that you may have seen earlier. And here's another one that we'll just kind of show you some B-roll here in a second of that. But let me tell you what this house encompasses for just over $1 million here in El Camino. So here we are. This is going to be 5235 Mojave Drive. $1,099,000. As you can see, this is quite a bit different than the homes that we just saw. This one's going to be right at the peak of the cul-de-sac, so right at the end there. And it's 6 bedroom, 5 bathroom. You're gonna have 6,589 square feet on this. It is a 4+ garage, fully finished basement, and was built in 2003. So the price per square foot on this is $295.03. Your finished square foot price is gonna be $167. So quite a bit larger, built a lot newer, but again, one of the great things about this community, no power lines, and you get your own mailbox, and this is gonna be that larger home. So you can see the difference in the price step up from $300,000 with a home built in 1979 all the way through homes built in the 90s, and now here's one from the 2000s that is now at $1,099,000 with 6 bedroom, 5 bath. What a great home, especially if you have, you know, a large amount of people to live in the home. And it looks like it's gonna have that 4+ car garage. So if you have toys or multiple cars, this is definitely gonna be a home for you as well. So the garage, if you couldn't tell, was actually going to be around the back of this home. So it's a hidden garage, and you would access it from the back, and the front is just mainly for the front entrance and the curb appeal on this home. So now that we've spent time here in El Camino and you've got to see some of the parks and some of the different price points of the neighborhood, we're gonna go take a little break and get out of this rain and take you to one of my absolute favorite, amongst many other people in Pueblo. This is a family-owned carnival candy store. So we're gonna show you exactly what you can get there, how cool it is. It's a little like kept secret of Pueblo, and if you're a local, and especially if I grew up here, so if you grew up here, you extra appreciate it, especially if you've ever left and lived somewhere else for any period of time and then come back and you have, you know, something cool like that that you didn't really get in other places. So let's go check it out and see what we can get and just get an afternoon snack. Okay, so we are outside of one of the best kept secrets in Pueblo. It's called Taffy's. It's a carnival candy store. So you're about to see what that means and why it's such a fun place to come. Even in the winter time, we'll come here. They have everything here. So let's go check out what they have to offer. There's a whole thing of candy over there that I just didn't touch today, but it's amazing. Well, we came here to get out of the rain, and we quite literally got out of the rain. Check out. The skies are blue. Well, they're starting to turn blue. It stopped raining. We're gonna enjoy our orangeade that we got that's so amazing. We're gonna enjoy our popcorn and everything else. So that's an amazing place. It's just one of our best kept secrets. I've lived here my whole life, so we make sure we come here quite frequently. So that is one of the fun things about Pueblo. It's less than 5 miles than where we just were in El Camino. So it is super close, and you're gonna have to check it out.